Good morning from beautiful Texas. Sunshiny weather. Noisy with the bugs, the crickets. Hello. I am here today to announce my challenge for me. If you would like to join me, that would be absolutely wonderful. My challenge is this. I am obese. I'm admitting that I'm an addict, a food addict. Anyway, the challenge is like 3 days ago now, I started doing something because I had heard about it on the internet, of course, and I've been reading about it for a long time. I was in keto. I guess I better give you a little backup here. First of all, I was doing keto in 2019, and I fell and I hurt my shoulder and I was unable to move my arm, and it caused me a lot of pain. And because of that, I thought that was a good excuse to stop the keto. And you know, the thing is, I was doing really good. I had lost from 225 pounds down to 185. So I was just ecstatic with myself. I was so proud of myself for doing that. Well, anyway, the pain just overtook everything for me, and I ended up stopping the keto, not eating the way I should. And then, of course, I felt guilty, because what person doesn't? You know, I mean, if a person's overweight, they know they're overweight. They don't need anybody telling them they're overweight like my father does all the time. They need support, and I just haven't been getting that. So I kind of have to do this on my own. And that's okay, because I'm the one who makes the decisions in my life. I'm the one who decides what I can and can't do and what I should or shouldn't do. And I'm tired of hurting. My body aches. I'm 70 years old, and my body is starting to ache from all of those past injuries I've had through the years. When I was younger, I was very sports minded, and I played a lot of sports, and so I've had a lot of injuries. Anyway, so I was reading, because I said, you know, I need to get back on my keto. So I kind of halfway started it, you know, not full on, but I started being mindful of how many carbs I was eating. And I said, wow, carbs, wow. I love my carbs. I'm going to be honest here. I love my sugar. I love my candy. I love my chocolate. I love my ice cream and my potatoes and, you know, all of that. I love my vegetables. But they're not doing me any good. My stomach is all bloated up all the time. And from what I'm reading, and, you know, I mean, I'll try to put some links in for you to go and do your own research and find out for yourself. But from what I'm reading, at my age, a lot of this could be hormonal, because, you know, I have no innards. All of mine were taken out a long time ago. And so the foods that we eat apparently can get your hormones back in track. And I found this out. I was like, oh, okay. Well, come to find out, the more I've read, the more I've realized these people who are carnivore, these are the healthy people. These are the people who've got it figured out. And they understand that back in the day, with the caveman drawings and stuff, our ancestors, all they had to eat was meat. I mean, you stop and think about this, okay? What about these people, you know, who lived in the far north, where there was very little vegetation, you know, and so they killed bison and whatever meat they could, squirrel, you know, whatever. And that's what they ate, because they didn't have vegetables, they didn't have broccoli, they didn't have corn, they didn't have, you know, all these things. So our ancestors, they didn't have any vegetables to eat, so to speak. Whether they did or not, we don't know. But the studies, and you know, there's proof out there. There's actual written facts about things that they find out through with science, you know, on the health of our ancestors and the cavemen and this, that, and the other. So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking to myself, you know, that's just common sense. If you really look at it and think about it, it's just common sense that they didn't have vegetables up north to eat in the wintertime. What did they live on? They lived on animals. And in looking at their dental structure and stuff, they had perfect teeth. They didn't have cavities. They didn't have, you know, my teeth are horrible. And so all of it's clicking in my head, and I'm thinking, I think maybe I need to follow these people. So I started, you know, favoriting and saving videos and, you know, this, that, and the other, just to do my own research, because that's the kind of person I am. I grew up in Missouri, and I'm a show me girl. So you got to show me. You got to prove it to me, because I don't just listen to what somebody says and take their word for it. And I don't expect anyone out there in internet land to do that either. So the thing is, I'm challenging myself because I want to get healthy, and all of the information that I'm getting is that when you start eating a full-on meat diet, which includes sometimes dairy, you know, it depends, everybody is different, and not everybody can do this for one reason or another. Maybe their body just doesn't accept this, you know, for whatever reason. They may be on some kind of medication that's causing them to not be able to do it. So my suggestion is, listen to these experts. Check with your doctor before you start doing this. I've checked with mine. He's interested in it, you know, and he, like he was with my keto, he's very interested to see what the results will be. And I go for my yearly checkup, and I get my blood work done and everything. And the proof is in the pudding. And that's what I proved to him when I went on the keto, because he wanted to put me on high blood pressure medication. And I just asked him, I said, let me ask you, Doc, can I get my blood pressure down through diet and exercise only? And he said, sure. I said, well, then I would like to try that first. And if I can't achieve that, then I will consider, and we will talk about this medication you're talking about. So that was our agreement. And then I came back, and I dropped from 225 to 185 pounds. And I told him, and my blood work was perfect. And he said, okay. So he knows. I'm smart enough to know I do my research. I'm not going to do anything that's going to hurt me. That's not the purpose. I want to be healthy. I want to feel good. I want to get rid of my aches and pains. And so I'm going on this meat challenge. And I'm going to eat meat as best I can. Of course, you know, my understanding is you can't just jump into it whole hog at the beginning. No pun intended there. Yeah, I know. Don't quit my day job, right? Anyway, this is what I'm going to do, and I am going out there, and I'm going to become accountable for my actions, and that's why I'm doing this, is to announce it to the world, and that makes it real for me, and it'll give me something to, how is the word? I'm trying to think of what I would say here. It's like when you want to do something and you're not sure if you're going to be able to do it, if you just jump in and you start doing it, then somehow you're in it, and because everybody sees you in it, then that makes it more real, and and you start saying, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And that's kind of where I am right now. And I'm thinking, I can do this. And I want to do this. Even though my body, oh, it's so hard, you guys. It is so hard to defeat the cravings, because I definitely had the cravings the first 2 nights especially. That's my time to binge eat and to snack. And the first night was horrible, and of course I didn't do it. I had a snack, you know, not a sugary snack, but I did have a snack. And then the second night was the same way, and I had a little bowl of cereal. And last night I did really good, and I started noticing that my appetite, something had happened, and I wasn't craving the snack like I did the first 2 nights as bad. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm just going to continue on, and I'm going to take note of the changes in my body, and we're going to see where we go from there. So anyway, this video has been done in bits and pieces because I have a husband, and he likes to be nosy. And he jumps in and, what are you doing? What are you doing? What do you do? And I'm kind of shy. So anyway, my name is Connie Foster. I'm an artist. I'm obese. I'm an addict to food. And I hope that you'll stay with me with this and check on me every so often and see how I'm doing, because I will be posting pictures, you know, as I lose, because I know I'm going to lose, and I know I'm going to get healthier, and I'd like to have you along. So if you want to hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Now, the one thing I didn't know about the subscribe, just in case you don't know, if you hit the subscribe, it's not going to show you everything like when I update. And I'm not going to bombard you with stuff, because I'm not that kind of person. I'm an artist after all, and we just kind of work with the flow of our mood. But if you hit the subscribe button, there's another thing on there that says all, and then there's one that I think it says highlights, and then there's one that says none. So if you hit the all, that means that you will be notified of every video that I upload. So, little tidbit that I just learned, and I've been on the internet since 1998. So anyway, I hope you'll join me. I hope maybe it'll help encourage someone else my age or even younger. You know, it doesn't matter what your age is. You just need to start eating healthy and taking care of yourself. And I guess that's all I got to say for now. Okay, thanks.